cultural songs and dances were a major highlight of the evening, a testament to our rich heritage. The patrons adding a touch of elegance to the atmosphere thanks to their outfits, and the venue, Tamarind Tree Hotel, playing complimentary to their efforts. The toast to tourism sector gala hosted by the Kenya Tourism Federation was hosted by tourism sector leaders and key decision makers from both the public and private sector. Members of the diplomatic corps representing some of the key source markets, including USA, Germany and Netherlands, as well as captain of related industries. With Kenya having successfully hosted the first ever Sustainable Blue Economy Conference this week, the plastic ban was top of the agenda. And speaking at the event, Chairman Kenya Tourism Federation Board, Mohamed Hesi, had this to say about the matter.
The plastic water bottles, that's the next one. That also has to go. It's causing so much damage to Mother Nature. Ask yourself, how were we operating 20 years ago? And those things will last for millions of years, destroying the ocean. For those of you who dive, please try, or even snorkeling, go to the coast and you'll see the damage. Massive amounts of plastic in the ocean, which has led to bleaching of the corals. The beautiful corals that you see on cliffs and name it, from purple, yellow, blue, whatever, have all become white like that tablecloth. It's worrying, big time. Barrier Reef, I think 45% are bleached. Kenya is also badly affected. So that should concern all of us. And we have seen the benefit of banning plastic with the recent rains in Nairobi, that flooding was not as bad as in the previous years. But we still have a long way to go. And as tourism players, we'd like to see tour companies, hotels coming out to say, you know what, we are plastic free. We will not be giving water bottles in plastic.
This gala dinner.
On his part, the Vice Chairman, Kenya Tourism Federation Board, Fred Odek, went ahead to point out the reason behind the gala night.
We are here to celebrate what tourism has done from January to date, the challenges they've gone through, and the hope that they keep that we can do better as a country, as a people, and as businesses. At a time like this, last year, it was all gloom. Today, we are looking at a situation that makes the country look for a better future.
Climate change is no longer a myth, but a fact. And Dr. Geoffrey Manyara, Senior Regional Tourism Advisor, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, was empathetic that for the tourism industry to be sustainable, there should be focus on climate change and its effects.
What we have in terms of when you talk about climate change and things like that, things that are changing, conservation is the right approach, ecotourism and things like that. That is the right approach. And I think as we go into the future, you're saying the population is growing, so the numbers will have to be reduced. We have resources in Kenya that are almost slightly endangered, to the point whereby our neighboring countries are blocking or putting stringent measures not to access because of what we've done with some of our resources. So we really need to address this if you think about sustainability.
Equally, Jonah Orumoi, Managing Director, Tourism Finance Corporation, added his voice to the climate change debate.
With our facilities in the national park, with our facilities everywhere, how green are our facilities themselves? I think I want to thank Serena have done a fantastic job in Savo, where they have been able to have a facility which is really run by solar panels throughout. And this is really an excellent move. There's no use of fossil fuel. There's no use, and they're able to manage their waste. How do we really do that? Because that all goes back to the environmental issue. How can I be able to say that by the time I finish my investment, I'll actually leave this environment in a better place or a worse place? And can someone else come back to this site and pick this site knowing that what is my contribution to this site? And that's a question we need to ask ourselves. What is a corporate social responsibility versus the investment I'm putting? And how do I feel? Is the local community just feeling like a partner towards investment, or are they just a facilitator for you to achieve what you want?
Richard Ndiga, Sustainability Manager, Serena Hotel, challenged the attendees to diverse.
I think the first thing also we need to look at is our business models in tourism industry and see how can we embrace diversification, how can we embrace what our colleagues are talking about, how can we embrace innovation. We've got a lot of stuff happening in Kenya. For those who actually watched the interview with CS and Richard Quest, and Quest actually has the same question in terms of, if you look at West Africa and South Africa, what difference do you have when you come to tourism package as opposed to East Africa? And the much I could say was actually an authentic part of it, which is actually quite true, very authentic. But I think for us to move on and be ahead of the pack, we really need to look seriously in terms of how our business model works.
The tourism sector remains to be a key driver of our economy, and with key stakeholders being keen on their role in ensuring its sustainability, it's evidence that its place as a key contributor to the economy is not about to change.
And the host and everybody who has been...
All we can do is to raise a glass and toast to the sector. Reporting for Brand Plus TV, I am Korari John Wambugu.